Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Gillianberry, and today we have an awesome guest in store for you guys and an awesome story. We have raw vegan Madz in the house, and she recently completed 95 days of drinking only juice. So she had incredible results, I believe, on her juice fast. And she also recently went raw vegan within the last year or two and had a total transformation with that. So we'll touch on that a little bit and talk mostly about her juice fast. So let's hop right into it. Hey Madz, how's it going?
Hey, it's going great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. And you're all the way in California. We are so happy to have you on. So 95 days on juice. What made you decide to start a juice fast? And was it hard? Was it easy? What exactly happened?
Yeah, so I had been trying to lose weight after having my baby. He's gonna be 2 soon. But I've been trying to lose weight and doing like 3 5-day juice cleanses, and I was like, oh, I feel good on them, and then nothing really stuck. I would always go back to the eating bad and everything right after. And so I was like, this is not working. Then I discovered the raw vegan lifestyle, and I started doing that, and I saw people were doing long juice cleanses, and I was super interested in doing that. And I was kind of intimidated, but I was like, I think I should try it, just give it a chance. So did my test raw vegan 6-week thing that I did for myself, and I was like, okay, now I'm gonna do an extended juice fast. So it took me a few months to actually get into it, but I committed to 90 days, and yeah.
Wow. And so when you went raw, you had pretty good results, right? I think, didn't you lose about 25 pounds? I saw your before and after
Yes.
pictures. I'll try to put them on the screen. They're amazing.
Yeah.
So did going raw have just a huge change in your life? How did it make you feel going raw? I know for me, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. And make sure you guys subscribe right now if you don't already, because we share huge transformational stories on this channel all the time. But yeah, it changed my life like nothing else. 6 years later, I feel amazing. Was it like that for you too? Because some people say, oh, it didn't really have a big effect. Was it like a big change for you?
It was a big change. Yeah, so I've been vegan for quite a few years, and when I went raw, it was a huge change for me. I cut out all the processed things I was eating, and I didn't realize how much processed stuff I was eating until I went raw overnight. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't have cookies for breakfast anymore. I can't. It was pretty intense. And so within that first week, I noticed a big change, and I started feeling better. I started having more energy, and eating those whole foods. I was like, I can eat a whole watermelon for breakfast. This is so cool.
Yeah.
And so just the first couple weeks, I noticed a huge change. And then the longer I kept on it, it made me feel even better. And I started losing more weight. My skin started clearing up. I had lots more energy, and yeah, just
Awesome. And you're a fitness trainer too, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So with raw vegan, did you notice a difference in your fitness abilities and your energy with raw vegan and also then with juicing? And we'll get into the juicing now too.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, it has improved my energy so much. The juicing and being raw, I didn't realize how much energy my body was putting into digesting food. And when I
Yeah.
stopped having to digest all the food, I had so much more energy to just wake up and go work out. I'm like, okay, let's go. What's next?
Yeah. So with juicing, that's the thing. A lot of people think with the cleanser or fast, you don't work out. I don't think I did 37 days on juice before, and I don't think I worked out. I mean, I did a lot of walking. I always walk to get my produce and a lot of activity as far as walking go, but I wasn't in the gym. So how was the juice fast as far as working out goes for you? Did you still train and work out a lot or no?
Yeah. I
Wow.
worked out 4 or 5 days a week.
Wow.
Yeah, so I didn't change anything I was doing before. I was already in the gym every day, well, 5 days a week, and I didn't change anything. The only thing I changed was I was juicing.
Yeah.
And so I had energy. I was going to the gym. There's a few times when I would go really hard at the gym where I would need to sit down and get a little lightheaded, but my intensity level was still really high, and I had so much energy
Yeah.
to just keep going.
Amazing. And how much were you drinking a day? What did your daily routine look like on the juice fast?
So I'd always start my day with hot lemon water. That's my staple. I still do that. But I drink at least 4 32-ounce containers. I actually have one right here still.
Wow. Four. So yeah, this is a 32 ounce. This is a
Yes.
smoothie I'm drinking right now. I drink a lot of juices and smoothies, but see, a lot of people say they do four. you guys, like I must be crazy because when I do juice fast, I drink like 8 to 12, sometimes more of juice. I drink so much juice. I need a lot of calories. I can't believe you
Yeah.
felt 4 was enough, even with
Well,
somebody who's working out.
yeah, I did at least 4, that was like
Yeah.
minimum, but I'd always have like my hot lemon water in the morning with like maple syrup. So there's like extra calories in that, but
Yeah.
I'd always have like, I don't know, I didn't limit myself though. If I felt like I needed more some days, then I'd have more, but like 4 was like the minimum that I would intake.
Yeah, that's great. That's good. I mean, if 4 works for people, that's great because it saves more money too. And I want to talk about the
Yeah.
cost in a minute, but what would you say were the main benefits? And like, was this juice fast something that was just totally changed your life and one of the best things you've ever done?
Yeah, I mean, it's an experience like no other, like we don't fast in like this day in society, we never like just stop eating for a long periods of time anymore. So it's kind of like cool to be able to like experience that firsthand and like just cut out all the crap, excuse my language, but
Yeah.
literally, it was a really big like life changer for me. And I have such a bigger appreciation for people who fast, like if it's a religious thing, if it's not, people who
Yeah.
fast, like it's so amazing, there's like so many benefits to it. My skin got clearer. I went through like a really deep, like intense detoxification process. Like I lost weight. My energy boost. There's just so many benefits. I can't even like think of all of them off the top of my head right now.
Yeah. And do you know how much weight you lost? Just because I know people might ask me in the comments.
Yeah, I lost 20 pounds.
You did. Wow. On the juice fast.
Yes.
95 days. And how many days did you set out to do? And how did you know that it was time to stop?
So I did my goal was 90 days. And I know once I got like towards the end, I went to go visit family in North Carolina, and I kind of struggled out there a little bit to like stick like super firm on my juice fast. I brought my juicer, but we're like out doing things and stuff, and so I did have to have like a couple smoothies and like some soups.
Yeah.
So during that, I felt like my body was like transitioning out of the juice fast itself. And so when I came back, I had hit my 90 days and I was like, I think it's time to think about not fasting anymore. And I was juicing a watermelon and it looked so like beautiful and red and juicy. And I was like, I think I'm going to eat this.
Yeah.
And so I started eating some of it and I felt like really good. And then I'm juicing mango and I'm like, I kind of want to eat the mango too. And so
Yeah.
that's kind of how I broke my fast on my 96th day.
That's awesome. And so you brought your juicer with you places. That's good. That's key, right? And I feel
Yes.
like it's best to make your juices and then drink them as quickly after as possible. I don't know if you do that. I don't batch juice too much because I notice a difference the juice has on my body if it's sitting in the fridge for a few days or even a day versus if I drink it right away. It feels just so much more alive when you drink it right away. So what juicer did you use? Because I know a lot of people ask that too.
The juicer I use is a 𝑼𝑺𝑬.
Okay.
It's like a mini knockoff Nana, I guess.
Yeah. Nama. Yeah.
Nama. Yeah. But it's like a really small, compact one. So
Yeah.
it was easy to put in my luggage
Yeah.
and carry it with me, but it still took up like a lot of weight in my luggage. So I couldn't bring that many clothes.
Yeah, but that's good that you like committed and you stay prepared. I brought my juicer to like hotels and stuff like that before too. And if you guys want the best juicer, I use the Nama, which is what Madz was just referring to. I use the J2. It is the best. It is so good. I've done it comparing to other videos too, to other juicers, and you get so much more juice out of your produce. It's so easy to clean, use, so chic. It's amazing. So if you guys want to save with my code, I'll put that down below. It's incredible. But what else was I going to ask you? So what was your favorite part of the juice fast if you had to pick one thing?
If I had to pick one thing, I really enjoy the juicing process.
Yeah.
Which is like some people can find it like really tedious and like strenuous, but I enjoy like cutting the fruit, loading the juicer, like watching it come out. So that's like one of my favorite parts of it. But I think honestly, like feeling so great and like alive, like I just feel like I was happy all the time.
Yeah.
I was like, I mean, there was obviously like ups and downs, I wasn't like happy 100% of the time. I didn't feel great 100% of the time, but a lot of the time I was like, I felt really high and I was like, this is incredible. I want this to go on forever.
It's the best.
Yeah. So that was probably like the overall best part of it.
Yeah, when I did 37 days, I never felt better in my life, and I felt so spiritual and connected to, like, the universe and synchronicities, and my mind was so quiet. That's, like, my favorite part of the juice fast. My mind goes so quiet. Did you experience that as well?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so crazy because like a lot of people like are dealing with anxiety and like depression and stuff, and I'm like on juice and I'm just like at the gym, just like la di da,
Yeah.
like I'm so happy right now, and like people are, oh, I'm so stressed about this, and I'm like, I have no worries.
Yeah, it's just like you're vibing so high. I love it. That's why
Yeah.
I love juicing. That's why I do these interviews. And was it hard at the beginning? Did you notice like it was difficult for the first few days? Like sometimes I notice that when I transition to a cleanse or something. And sometimes I might feel a bit bloated at the beginning. Some people come on my channel and say, "Oh, it must not be working then." But I feel like then if you just get through that first week or the first like 2, 3, 4 days, it totally changes. And was that your experience? And do you have any tips for anybody who might want to stick to a long juice fast like this? How you did it and what you did in those times of cravings or things like that?
Yeah, so my first 10 days, I want to say, was the most difficult. I think day 3 was like super hard for me, and I like by the end of the day I needed something extra since I was also working out, you know. So I had a smoothie. I think I had like 2 smoothies my first week.
Mhm.
And after that, it was like easy, you know.
Yeah.
So if you like are trying to start a long juice fast and you just like feel like deprived or whatever, I recommend doing like a smoothie if you need it to like actually get you through, because it's not, you're having like a solid food vacation, if you will. You're not like, it's not like you're eating a meal. And so if that's going to help you stay on track and get you through like a long juice fast, then you know, go for it.
Good point. And yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh yeah, and I did notice like a lot of like bloating and like I was really backed up and stuff. And so yeah, the first week was really, it was really tough. But once you get through it, then it just like you start off really low, you go a little bit lower, and then you just like ride this roller coaster, you know.
Yeah. And how did you know? I know I reached out to my viewers and I was like, what questions do you guys like me to ask in juicing interviews? And they gave some great questions. And a couple people were asking, how did you know what juices to make? And like, did you switch up with fruit juices and green juices? And like, what were maybe a couple of your favorite recipes?
So my favorite juice, I'm actually drinking it right now, is mango, pineapple, and jalapeno.
Wow.
Yes. That one I like discovered quite a few weeks ago, and like I've been making it like almost every day.
I have
So
never juiced mango. I didn't know we could juice mango and it would turn out good. Yeah, I guess.
yes. I mean,
Wow.
I strain it pretty well too. I strain like all my juices.
And you just put like a little bit of jalapeno or a lot?
Yeah, I do. So to make two 64-ounce, or sorry, two 32-ounce jars, I do 2 large pineapples, 6 mangoes, and 2 jalapenos. 2 to 3 jalapenos.
2 to 3 jalapenos? Like,
Yeah, like the
what?
big ones.
Whoa,
I
wow.
like
I
the
like
little kick.
spicy. I like spicy too. I'm like really into the lemon ginger blast recipe.
Yes,
So, okay, I'm gonna have to try that. That sounds good. And I know
it's really good.
mangoes like boost your mood. They're good for your mood and stuff too. That's healthy. Okay.
Yeah, and then I would just, you know, I go to the store and then I look at through all the produce stuff and I'm like, oh, that sounds good. Like that sounds like it'd be good together. So I did like for my green juices, I did like dandelion root or dandelion greens and like lemon and green apple, celery, and cucumber.
Wow.
Um, yeah, I just like I would just experiment and find out like what tasted good. Some of them like did not work out so well, and
Yeah.
I didn't like them. And others, you know, like just solid watermelon juice. That was my jam for a while too.
Yeah.
I like basic juices, like super simple.
Yeah. And did you have any problems on the juice fast or like any negatives that come to mind?
You know, like juice wise, some of my juices were not very good.
Mhm. Well, if that's your biggest problem, then that's pretty
Yeah.
good.
No, you know, I think I mean, I have a little TMI if anyone cares to hear, but I was like trying to clean myself out, you know, and I was I was having like diarrhea pretty bad because I was like getting cleaned out, and you know, I was putting my older son to bed. He likes me to lay with him, you know, I woke up and I had almost like gone to the bathroom in the bed.
No way.
Yes,
Oh, no.
it was so bad, you know. And so like after that I was like, "Oh my gosh, I need to be really careful," you know.
Yeah.
So that was like probably like the worst part of it, you know, like But
Was
after,
that early on or was that late in the juice fast?
yeah, that was pretty early on.
Yeah, I think it can be a lot if like we just started juice fast for a lot of people. I think their body's like, whoa, and it starts really flushing things out, right?
Exactly. I was like really cleaned out, like super cleaned out. I was like, I didn't know how anything else could come out of me. And, it kept coming and I was not prepared.
And did you do any colonics or enemas on your juice fast?
Yes, I got 2 colonics and oh my gosh, it's the best experience ever. And I cannot wait to go back and get another one.
Yeah, I remember when I did a watermelon cleanse a couple years ago. I forget, I did a month or so. I forget how long it was. And I did a colonic during that cleanse. I never felt better in my whole life after that. I was like, holy, I just felt another level, next level. Well, that's cool. And how did you try and get out any mucoid plaque? I know people will ask that as well. Did you use any psyllium husk or bentonite clay to like really clean out the colon or no?
I did not do either of
Mhm.
those. I took like a lot of senna tea, but I didn't do any of the bentonite clay or psyllium husk. I mean, I thought the colonics would help if I had mucoid plaque, but
Okay.
none of
And
that came out.
did you still drink water? And a lot of people are like, should I drink water? Because the juices are so hydrating. I do still try drink a little bit of water. They say it like cleanses you better and faster, and it's healthy to do that. You got to listen to your body, do what's right for you. But I do. Did you drink water?
Yeah, I would always drink my juice and have water. I always start my day with lemon water and I end my day with lemon water. So,
Oh
um,
yeah, that's right. I forgot.
yeah, so there's
And that
always
was it though.
that.
Did you drink water other than that?
Yeah, I drink some water other than that, but not a lot. Like I would always bring my big water jug with me, but I'd always find myself like going to the juice instead. But sometimes I would love like an iced cold glass of water once in a while.
Yeah. And was the juice fast expensive? Did you find, or you were able to keep it on a budget? Do you know how much you spent like roughly per month on it or per week even?
Oh,
Or no?
I would like to round up and say like 200 a week. I'm not totally sure because when I go to the store, I buy groceries for my whole family. And so it's like my mom, my stepdad, me, my kids, so it's not just like I'm only getting produce for myself.
Yeah.
So it's for everyone. So I'm not exactly sure like the total cost, but I think it's like totally affordable because if you're buying like fruits and vegetables instead of like processed packaged foods, instead of like
Mhm.
meats and stuff, it's just like you just switch it out.
Yeah. And was it easy to transition back into food afterwards? Is your body adjusted okay and you feel good back on food?
Yeah, I've adjusted pretty well. I've been mainly still on like smoothies and juices and then just like some fruits. And then I've been experimenting because I got my dehydrator in. So I've been making kale chips and yeah, it's been a pretty smooth transition so far.
Yeah, that's awesome. And did the juice fast affect your teeth at all? I know some people say that sometimes they experience some problems with their enamel with like all the juice going through their mouth. I know some people use a straw or rinse with water after drinking the juice. That's what I try to do. But did you experience any dental problems or everything felt good?
No dental problems at all. Like,
Yeah.
none.
So overall, a pretty positive experience. I think just the
Yeah,
only negative being some of the juices you were like, I'm not feeling this. So that's awesome. I love it.
yeah.
And yeah, is there anything else you feel called to share about the juice fast that you think people might want to know, or maybe some questions people have been asking you, or anything you just want to get out there? Then absolutely get it out.
Yeah. I feel like people are always like, oh, I'm going to start next week. I'm going to start on Monday. It's like they always have to wait to start. And, when I started, I was like, I'm going to start tomorrow. And I started tomorrow. Like you can't just like think about it like, oh, and like hype yourself up. You're like, I'm going to start and I'm going to do it. So if you're like scared about starting a juice fast or anything, just start, and don't force yourself to like stick to like a certain number of days. Just listen to your body and like if you feel like you have a long-term goal of doing it, just like go day by day, and see how your body feels and then take it from there.
Yeah, that's great advice. I love it. And I'm wondering, did this juice fast change your life in any other ways? Some people just have these huge awakenings on juice fast and they feel so clear and connected. Some of them change jobs, change relationships, like decide they need to make all these shifts. Was that the case for you at all or no?
Yes, that's so
Wow.
crazy. Yeah, 100%. I started my like online coaching business in January, and so I was only like like 30 days maybe into my cleanse, and I was like, all right, it's time to do something, you know? So I started my online coaching business, and I help women lose weight, transition to a raw diet, clean up their diets. They don't have to be vegan or even want to be vegan. I just help them lose weight. I write workout plans for them, and we do like weekly Zoom calls, and yeah, it's pretty cool. I started that, and that's been like my hugest like life-changing effect from doing this cleanse, you know?
That's amazing. Congrats. And I feel like we're just so clear-headed on a juice fast and have so much energy and so productive. Like you starting that, I'm always like my most productive on a juice fast. The raw foods, they make me so productive too. And I'm always like high energy, but juicing's just a whole other level. Well, this
Yeah.
has been awesome. I've loved having you on, sharing your story. I think it's incredible. And I love your raw vegan journey story as well. It's so great. Maybe we'll have to have you back to talk more in depth about that at some point. Maybe when you hit like 1 year or something, that would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And where can everybody find you? Let me know and I'll link everything down below, and everybody go follow Madz as well.
Thank you. Yeah, my Instagram is raw vegan Madz. Madz is MADZ, you know. And then same with my YouTube channel is also raw vegan Madz. So
Okay. Awesome. Perfect. Everybody go follow Madz and make sure you subscribe to my channel if you don't already for more great videos just like this one. And I love you guys so much. Give this video a big thumbs up and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.